Hi, welcome to my presentation about my past, present, and future. This is for my college business communication class. And the first thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is that I've been fascinated with technology ever since I was a little kid. Anything that had bells, beeps, or buzzers or anything like that just completely fascinated me. Throughout my life, I've just kind of followed that sort of pattern in my life, and I've found all sorts of technology that has assisted me with my life and some other things that I've done, and it's helped me to save a lot of money too. And that's what I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about, is some of the money savings that occurs when you are able to do things yourself. One of the most recent things that I did that I wanted to show you guys and talk to you a little bit about is this. I can talk a little bit more about what that is, but basically, off the cuff, it is an EV charger and a 240 volt outlet. Pardon the darkness and the moving around, but I will continue talking once I get back in here to the better light. So I had to install that charger because of various things. The car that we got an electric car, and the car runs on batteries and electricity. So in order to drive the car, you have to charge it. When we first got it, it came with this little charging kit right here. And the whole charging kit, all that whole thing that's hanging on the wall came in this little bag right here. And it had all these little parameters for charging parameters that you could use. I don't know if you can see that. This says working voltage, current, and power on different sockets, different NEMA sockets, and all this kind of stuff. And that just it kind of overwhelmed me at first. I didn't really know what I was going to do with that. But I thought I'm just going to apply some of the knowledge that I've applied in the past and teach myself as much as I can about this and learn as much as I can. And that's what I want to do. I want to tell you about something that I've been doing for about the past 30 years. I've just been trying to learn as much as I can about technology. Anytime I encounter any kind of a technological problem or something like that, I just really research it and try to solve whatever the technological problem is. I've solved many, many problems. I've built my own computers. I've run my own business. I've done various things over the years that have proven out these theories of mine, basically, that if you do things yourself, if you ask the right questions, if you do the right research, that you can save yourself a lot of money. And what I want to do is pass this gift of knowledge to you and teach you a little bit about what the process is for me. What I had to learn for this car was a little bit about voltage, amperage, and kilowatts per hour, as well as ohms. And I just had some very rudimentary knowledge that I picked up. Voltage is basically the size of the pipe that you're trying to shove electricity through. Amperage is the amount of electricity you're trying to shove through that pipe. Ohms is the amount of resistance that pipe gives to the amount of electricity going through it. And kilowatts per hour is the amount of electricity that can be delivered through that circuit to whatever device is pulling power to itself. What that basically boils down to is the car pulls about 5 kilowatts per hour to be able to go about 10 miles. So charging the car at 3.5 kilowatts per hour, it gives you about 10 miles per hour in the car. What I really wanted to talk to you about was how I grew up with this gift that I call a gift, if you want to call it. When I was a little kid, I just started to do things with technology every time I would encounter them. I got a little R2-D2 robot when I was a kid, and the first thing I did was tear the thing apart and figure out how to replace one of the gears. And make that gear, make the robot go a little bit faster. Then I got a remote control car, kind of did the same thing. I always wanted a remote control Firefox because I always heard that it was modifiable and you could make it go faster and you could replace gears and stuff like that, but I never ended up getting one of those. It was one of my childhood dreams that I never did get. But as life progressed, I started to get into information technology. I started working at Radio Shack. I started working at CompUSA, worked at a company called US Service Solutions, and got into doing things, doing field service work. And doing all this stuff, all this time, I taught myself how to do just about everything. I taught myself how to work on printers, I taught myself how to work on computers, and I taught myself how to fix laptop computers. So that brings me to this point. I did my research. I found out what I could accomplish by buying some parts and installing my own 240 volt outlet. It only cost me $23 to buy the parts. If I was to get an outlet installed by a professional, it would have cost me over $1,000. So I just wanted to prove to you that just by doing your own research and figuring out what you needed to do, just by figuring out voltage, amperage, and kilowatts and ohms, just trying to do a little tiny bit of research, you can install your own outlet too. All it cost was $23, a little bit of YouTube video watching, and I figured out how to install the outlet, and now I have a fast charging outlet for my car. So every day when I wake up now, my car now has a full charge. And that's my presentation. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. And I just wanted to prove that I do have people watching me. I have an audience of 3. I have my wife, my mother-in-law, and my brother-in-law. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you being a part of my presentation. Bye.